Hi, welcome back to our channel. This is As the Tea Brews. I'm Stacy.
I'm Abby.
And today we are going to show you how we like to make our tea lattes. And it might be a little bit different from how you make it or somebody else makes it, but we just wanted to share our method. So, we've got all of our stuff out here.
First things first, we'll tell them what kind of teas we're making. We're going to make 3 lattes. One for me, one from my brother, and one for Ellie.
We're making one for all the kids today.
And so I'm going to have gingerbread from David's Tea.
I don't think we've done a review on this one, but I've really been enjoying this tea so far.
I've never tried it. And
it's really good as a latte, the gingerbread. If you like gingerbread cookies, I feel like that's a kind of a particular taste. Like you either really like gingerbread or you don't. And I love gingerbread.
I love gingerbread cookies and gingerbread, but I've never tried the tea. So hopefully if it tastes like gingerbread.
Have you not tried it yet?
No.
Did you try mine?
No.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, okay. So we are actually going to make the gingerbread tea latte with eggnog, which is delicious. So, and then we're making that. So that's be Abby's.
So for Ellie's, if you guys have seen our other videos, you know who she is. She's my sister. We're making her a birthday cake latte.
Birthday cake. So gingerbread and birthday cake are both from David's Tea.
And then Joshua, my brother, actually likes white chocolate peppermint from Tivana, and they're not in a store anymore, really. So you can't buy this tea anymore. But
we can't get this tea right now. But so we still have half a tin of that. So we're gonna make him this one. Okay, so David's Tea recommends using, I believe, 3 to 4 perfect spoons, and they sell these spoons, and then about 2.5 teaspoons. We use one of these for a full 16-ounce mug of tea. They say use 4 of them for a latte to make it extra strong. We do not use that much. Hold on. Some of the teas are really expensive, and so to use 4 big scoops of this, that's a lot of tea. And I don't think that all the teas really need it. It just depends on your taste, and it depends on the tea. So the gingerbread one, when I made it, I used about 1.5 perfect spoon, and I think that that was plenty for that one. The white chocolate peppermint, it's pretty strong. Don't you think it's pretty strong? I'm just going to do like 1.5.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty strongly flavored tea, so I'm not going to use a whole lot of that one.
With birthday cake, we do use 2 scoops.
We use 2 scoops of that one. So these steepers are actually Tivana steepers because that's what we have. But and these were actually, were all of these given to us by Margie? I had
no. I think this. I know this one was.
I think so. I think we had the pink one, or we bought it when they were on sale. And I have a giant one that's twice the size of these from Tivana. But then I have a very sweet friend who loves tea just as much, I think, as we do. And she bought several when they were going out of business for really cheap, and she's given me a couple of them. And so we love it. We can make 3 lattes, 3 drinks at a time. Okay, so when we do the lattes, for all of these teas,
we do usually about double the amount that we do for regular and half the amount of water. So like half a thing of water, because we usually fill it up to the full thing for a big normal cup, but we usually only do about half.
Right, so these are about, I think, 16-ounce steepers, so we do about half for the lattes. And I feel like more than the tea, the girls, I think all of us really enjoy the creamy milk and the foam, and so we like to leave lots of room for that. So we used boiling water for all 3 of these. They are all caffeine-free teas, and I think 2 of these, actually all of these are rooibos based, I believe. So these are rooibos based, and so we have our mugs. We like to use clear mugs when we make lattes. Did you set the timer then?
I set a stopwatch.
Okay, for 5 minutes. So we're going to do 5 minutes for these. Now, some of our favorite teas to have tea lattes with, we actually steep for a really long time. Are you getting the timer going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We actually will let steep for like 30 minutes or more.
Like caramel corn
caramel corn from David's Tea, Forever Nuts from David's Tea.
Banana nut bread from David's Tea.
Banana nut bread. Some people steep that even up to an hour. But these ones, we specifically picked ones today to use that we know make good tea lattes and also only need about 5 to 10 minutes to steep before.
So we don't have to wait like a whole hour to do.
So they get good flavor. Okay, so while that's steeping, we'll go ahead and talk about milk, how we froth it.
Okay, so
we like to do our milk in different ways. Now you can just warm up your milk in the microwave or on the stove and use a whisk and try and make it frothy. I know lots of people on the David's Tea Fan page have great success that method. We, in the past, we have often used these little electric whisks we got these from IKEA. They're only a couple of dollars and they work really well. And we'll just warm up the milk in the microwave and then we will froth it up until it's as frothy as we want. So we'll go ahead and use this for one of the methods.
But so what we've been doing lately, we bought this.
It's from Starbucks and I think it's called a Verissimo.
And it gives us a lot of foam, so that's why we like it, because it fills most of it up with foam and it's really nice.
Yeah, so you can only put about half a cup or so of milk in here at a time. I actually haven't measured it, but it's just the perfect amount for one latte, just a single serving. And I got this, they were 40% off, I think, at Starbucks a couple months ago. And so I picked one up and it just has this little plug, you plug it in and it heats it. You can do it cold froth or hot froth. And you can do it latte where it doesn't make as much foam. You take off this little whisk part. Or you can leave the whisk on, which is what we usually do, and it makes lots of foam depending on the kind of milk you use. Now,
we use 2% because it's thicker and it just froths better. But with the eggnog, I do remember it frothing pretty good.
So the more fat in the milk, usually the thicker foam we end up getting. I personally really like the vanilla soy milk and how that froths up. It makes it a really nice thick layer of foam. The eggnog actually didn't froth up quite as well, I think, as the milk, but either way, it's still really good.
Yeah. And if you want lots of foam, but you want the eggnog taste, you could always do a little bit of eggnog, but also a little bit of milk, and maybe that'll froth better.
Maybe you can mix your milks. Okay, so we're just gonna finish steeping our tea, and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so our tea is steeped, and if you haven't used these kind of steepers before, they're a lot of fun. You just set them on top of the mug.
That was a little big.
This mug is a little too big for it to fit. And then there's a mechanism where you press up on it, or the mug should do it, just not on this one.
You can show them on.
Yeah. And then the tea just is released into the mug. And so we have about half a mug of strong tea. So you don't have to use these steepers, of course. You can use whatever method you like to steep your tea with.
We just like to use these.
Yeah, just make it extra strong and half the water. So, okay, so you want to trade?
Sure.
Okay, so Abby has her eggnog in our Verissimo. Oh, the little scraper. And then I used about half a cup of 2% milk, and I just warmed it up in the microwave. And then Abby used our whisk from IKEA, and it's volumized to about a cup now. So I think that does a pretty good job. And then we just pour it into our mugs. So there's Joshua's. We are going to need to
yeah, this one
do
won't
Ellie's
have as
still.
much foam.
It doesn't have quite as much foam in the eggnog. And it is a low-fat eggnog. Well, it's pretty good. It's not too bad. It's got about an inch of foam in there. Actually, I don't think you can quite fit it all in there. You have to sip it down before you add some more.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got our white chocolate peppermint tea latte. We've got our gingerbread tea latte.
This foam is just delicious. Okay, so she's just foaming up the milk for the last latte, but I'm gonna, while she's foaming that up, I'm gonna show you guys what I think about the latte.
It's a little hot, so she's afraid to take a big drink. I do think that the foam is already disintegrating in these from this little whisk. So I do feel like the foam actually works better in the Verissimo. But we only have one and we didn't want to wait. So we just went ahead and did these by hand.
But so as a latte, the eggnog and the gingerbread is a really good combo. I do think the gingerbread does taste like gingerbread. It's kind of a little bit overpowered by the eggnog a little bit because I haven't tasted the tea before, so I don't really know what kind of flavor
like, yeah.
I'm looking for.
Right.
But it is really good. I do think if you guys have this tea, then you should try this as a latte. And if you have eggnog, then try this as a latte.
It's delicious. I had one, and it's very dessert-like, and I really, really enjoyed my latte with the gingerbread and the eggnog. And of course, you can make your tea stronger. This is just how we choose to do it and how we like it. Ellie didn't want to come on camera, so I passed over her birthday cake latte to her. How is it, Ellie? She gave me a thumbs up. And we'll go deliver this one to Joshua in a moment. So have you made tea lattes? How do you make them? Do you use 4 perfect spoons of tea? Do you go easy on the tea like we do? Let us know in the comments below. And I hope you enjoyed this video.
Make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.